I will show you now metaphorical associative cards. In each card, we can see people fighting with each other, arguing with each other, trying to prove something to each other. And this is what we sometimes call toxic relationships, or it's the relationship of codependency. Sometimes it's very, very cold relationship, and sometimes they become better. And it's like roller coaster, up and down. And people also call them toxic, because today you're close to me, tomorrow you are far from me, emotionally, not only physically. And it's a relationship with maybe a lot of blames. So today I will talk about the issues which people never talk about connected to toxic relationships. What are really toxic relationships are about? Because these words we hear all the time from everywhere. And one of my requests actually was from the client. She sent me just the message, I'm in toxic relationship, I think, and I want you to help me to get out of it. So this message made me this message is a reason why I record this video today, because I understood that people evaluate their relationships as a toxic without even understanding deeply what it means. And they make a decision to get out, to leave the partner, according to this conclusion that this is toxic and I have to change the partner. But what is interesting, people change the partner sometimes, they leave the partner and they start new relationship, but then they discover that they are in the same situation and they can't understand what is happening, why all the time I find myself in the same situation. So shortly today I want just to give anyone who has now the relationship and they think that they are toxic, I want to give you just a few hints about what is really toxic in our relationship. The first thing, when we are in relationships, we always have negative and positive emotions. So it's somehow balanced. In toxic relationship, most of the time, people have both or at least one. They feel negative emotions much more than positive. The second, and no one talk about this, or very rarely, that the person who continue stay in toxic relationship has some secondary benefits, because some his unconscious needs are satisfied or met by these relationships. And it can be different unconscious needs to prove myself, my beliefs, and to feel that I'm much better, that I'm more moral and more kind, for example. So without understanding your own needs and possible unconscious secondary benefits, you can't get out of this relationship. Why? Because this pattern, behavioral pattern of thinking recorded in subconscious. And until you will not discover it, until you will not find it and rewrite, you will be each time in new toxic relationships. And each time you will blame the partner and wait the partner to change So the toxic relationship, it's not about someone bad and wrong. The toxic relationship, really, it's the situation when I have the signals leading me to understand myself much better, my needs much better, and my beliefs. Because our brain doesn't give us any command or permission without confirmation in subconscious that it will satisfy my needs. So I always say also that the toxic relationship, it's for both partners as a lesson. It's like training background. And let's say the last thing, that toxic relationship, it's for people not enough emotionally mature. So this is for them like a lesson to become more mature in their life. And maturity means to take the responsibility on themselves for their well-being, for their happiness and satisfaction. Because in toxic relationship, I'm waiting that someone will do for me something. In toxic relationship, I always look for some benefits for myself. And it means I'm not taking the responsibility for myself, for my mood, for my reactions. And by the way, the reactions we always have in toxic relationships, what we call toxic, it's about our choice according to our beliefs. Because how we evaluate the other person's words or actions, it's what exactly we will do after that, how we will react. So when I hear something, I evaluate it and then my reaction on it. And imagine when we change our evaluation, how we evaluate other person's words and actions, we immediately start to change our reactions. This is what toxic relationship also teach us. The fastest way to understand your needs and your secondary benefits and your partner's secondary benefits and also needs in this relationship, to understand why negative emotions are much more than positive, it's metaphorical associative cards. Because when the person chooses the card, he will always choose only the card exists, the situation or emotions thirds on the card, how he will evaluate the card, which exists in his subconscious. So the metaphorical associative cards never lies, never. And it's the shortest and fastest way to extract from the subconscious what exactly the relationships are. More about opportunities of metaphorical cards in description and link below the video.